Okay, so this morning, hello, we are here back at Haigh Woodland and we're doing a course check. So you can have a look at it. Should be fun, should be loads of squirrels. You'll enjoy. There's the first squirrel. And they're not scared. Out for his breakfast, no doubt. Bit of grey, bit of brown. Look at them. Just chewing on something. Not scared at all, this guy. So this is where the parkrun starts. In a couple of hours this is where it'll all be set up. Everyone congregates here just outside the cafe, and this is where people can go for a drink after the run, just to recuperate. And the start line is just down here. So the start line is roughly around this point here, and everyone congregates and goes back that way, really. Just watch out for things on. Well, plenty of slugs. Yes, you don't want to slip on them if you're running. So off we go. Okay, let's go. This is the route now. So what we'll do is we'll just, like I say, I'll just point out where the marshal points are, and you'll see on the obviously my YouTube channel the full length video as a run. That's there for you to look at what it's like to run it. But see the bins, that's where the squirrels hide. They're always in there for a morning snack. Bit wet today, overcast, so the course is bound to be muddy in places. Now this little split here is path, so you're travelling down on the start, but on the way back that path there is the finish line funnel, essentially. So at the end of your lovely 5k, it's absolutely perfect today, but I'm not actually running because I've got a little bit of a leg injury this week, which is a bit of a shame. I'd have loved to have run it, even though I've got all the gear on for doing it, but I haven't got the watch, so I couldn't time it anyway. So I'm going to give it a miss. I'm going to go off for a longer run with Wigan 10k coming up. So we're heading on down past the big climbing frame. Oh, the kids love this. I suppose the parents do as well, because it gives them somewhere to park the kids. Yep, more squirrels. Bouncing. Oh, 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 look at that one, he's going, isn't he? Some raindrops coming down. The joy that is Haigh Woodland. Okay, so big, yep, the climbing frame. If you've got head to heights, you'll love that. And so what we're doing now, we're just heading down now. It's a little uphill section from the start, just to that point. It's a little crest. Then as you come down past the climbing frame, course descends, drops down, and past all the high ropes, as you can see. There's a price list there for you. Not something I've tried. Risk of falling, no shit Sherlock, as they say. Okay, so around this point here, obviously the path ventures off down, and then we're going straight down onto the broken path section. This is where the first marshal point will be, just around where the pigeons fly, around this post. So that's marshal point 1, and then we just carry on all the way around, past all the benches, which are nice on a sunny day. It's quite mild this morning, it's about 17 degrees. It's not too bad. Nice bench made out of an old fallen tree there. I hadn't really noticed that before. You just fly past sometimes you don't get a chance to walk around much. There's lots of little small trails going off the main routes and stuff, so. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad course at all. I just recently seen a stat that said it's only a revised stat said it's only like in the 90 something on the difficulty scale out of like 500, which is a load of rubbish. I don't know where to get these stats from. They've obviously never ran the course, but it's a trail course, so it's bound to be tough just because it's a trail course. But yeah, it's quite dark over there in the woods, and this is the thing that you've got, especially when you head more towards winter. It does get very dark, and a lot of people doing the route checks, you know, it's a bit unnerving, can be, I suppose, in the winter months when it's pitch black, because there's obviously not much daylight around. It's got to be done now, and there's nothing at the moment that's warranting a problem for us. Just keep looking out for branches or anything that might be lying on the course. So I'll try and do this as brisk as possible. I got the phone to report back to today's RD, which I think is Sarah. Let's have a look, see if there's anything else. Got a couple of puddles, which are no problem at all. We don't cancel for puddles, that's for definite. What else have we got going on? Bench there if you need a rest. You'll be surprised how many people do start to walk on this course, because it's not an easy course. It's a good course, but it's not easy by any stretch. But every time you come, it always looks different. The foliage has just changed slightly, or you know, it's just different lighting. And just this section again today looks completely different to what it did last week. Things have just grown up a bit, you know. You've got a bit of the water on the leaves and stuff and bits. It's just this bench around this tree. Obviously it's been put there in a memorial thing, but it's one of my thing on the way back up this hill, because you can see now how the hill is starting to kick in, and that's my final push signal, as soon as I get to that point I say kick in and just keep going back up the course, because you know you're nearly there, you've practically done everything. Coming down the hill, a bit more rain starting to fall, a bit more muddy puddles, which everyone loves, and we come to our first little mini obstacle. We've got a miniature railway line which runs through the park, so it's not in operation. It goes off there, you can see around the corner, and there'll be two of them. It's one of the sheds I think they used to store the mini locomotives in, I think, if it's still in operation now. But I lost my train of thought now. Hey, train of thought. That's fun. Sometimes I think I might put a cone on there, on that track. But now this is obviously Route A out we're checking. We've got the lake here as a side. Now this is like a level gradient, so this actually gives you a bit of respite from the course, because obviously it's quite a elevated course. It's not like going down a promenade at Fleetwood or Blackpool or anything like that. Southport, you know, there's undulation in this course, and it's about 260 feet in all elevation. It'll vary on people's GPSs, but it's around about that mark. Now there's less elevation on this route, the A route, than there is on the B route. And B route is more difficult because there's no level gradient like this, so this is your little bit of like an easy breather, as they say. Now, a few puddles aren't a problem, and no obstacles at all so far, so we're doing good on this course check. Nice big puddle here. I would have loved to have run today, but sadly the leg is just not up to it, and I've got to do a longer distance run soon for the Wigan 10k coming up. So right now here we're at the road. This road is Marshall Point 2. Obviously we've got the railway track which cuts across the road there, but we put cones and obviously a Marshall here just in case there's any traffic. Sometimes people go up to the hall through the other side, which is like up the main driveway, all obviously obscured by all these trees. You can't see anything at the moment, but so you get delivery wagons coming in here, but marshals have just got to make sure obviously that nobody tries to run across when all the runners are coming down. So come down here, and then we're off down into this nice, now it gets narrow here at this point, so under the trees, low branches are the first obstacles that you have. Very muddy today, very muddy, so let's just go through and see what we've got. Whoop, I just nearly went over then. That's nice. And I'm only walking, so you can imagine what it's like when you run. You've got brambles sticking out, obstacle, you've got broken brick like this. It's all underfoot on this section, so it's like, I don't know what it was like when it was all first done. This probably the Victorian times. Could have been laid all very nicely, like a wood brick or something, I don't know, but it's just underfoot. You've just got to really watch your footing. So decent pair of trainers when you're doing this course. What else have we got here now? Yeah, so you can see again, it's more like a concretey, rubble, packed in type surface here. Bit of shale or whatever, a bit more mud and brick. Yeah, so you can see now how dark and overcast this gets. Right, ooh, well, let's have a look what we've got here. We've got a little low, this is sort of low branch here. This is sort of fallen down a bit. Lift it up maybe. No. That's a bit better. I don't want it's just a little bit low. Okay, that's fine. So that's the first course correction I've done. Okay, and it's things like that which can completely, if they fall across the thing, you've got to have something with you really to cut them back or move them. The small ones, but the big ones you're absolutely knackered. There's no way on earth you can do it. So anyway, Let's see what else we got down here. More mud, more water. Ooh. And as you can see, there's a nice obscured little sign there saying train, because yep, you guessed it, we've got another little miniature train track. Now look at this. See, it's like, how do you get across this? Well, normally on a race you just run through it. Step through it gently, that one. Yep. So that's your other little obstacle. Another miniature railway track. I don't know how often they put these on for the kids. I have seen them go around a few times, but mostly on the sunnier days. So we're now nearly at Marshall Point 3, which is, on a wet day, this bit, which is what I call the bog. Now it's a nice little channel which has emerged here in recent weeks. This you can see going down here. This wasn't here only a few weeks ago, and what's happened is, because of all the bad weather and trees which have been in place previously, they've gone, some of them, and obviously there's more erosion going on, and now we've got a nice eroded channel. So this has normally been really bog. This bit I call the bog. This is the top of Pig Hill section, but it doesn't look too bad today. Morning. A bit of debris down here, a few low branches, I can't do anything about them. This has all this debris on the path here, this has just all been pushed down from Marshall Point 3 there, just because of the rain, and it's just all washed it down the hill. So we'll carry on, see if we can see anything else. This is obviously descent stage now, back on tarmac. A few broken up sections, but this is also part of the B route. And if you've never done the B route, this is what you'll be running on. And it's, in terms of surface, it's easier, but the gradient, as you can see, we're going down a steep section here. It's and then we're going back up. It's not nice. It's on the lungs, especially now. You see it. It just changes. It's like being on a tour of Yorkshire, something like a 12% gradient. It's not pleasant. But yeah, you got just all these. Watch your footing on the broken sections here. So these little trails which go off into the woods, they don't get used as part of the parkrun. Use some of the bigger ones, not the smaller ones like that. Some of them go to dead ends, some of them link back up. It's, some of these trees are huge, quite big. They're being criticised as well of late because they seem to be pulling down more than what they should be. They're claiming that some of them are diseased, but they're not actually. So yeah, so there's a bit of controversy going on. I don't see that one's been marked up there. Got a big red spot. They're saying it's that tree is diseased or something. But look at it. Does that look diseased, really? Nice green leaves, lush. It doesn't look that bad. And this is it. They say, oh yeah, we're going to cut another one down. And some people are a bit cynical because they think it's possibly to do with the people who've taken over Haigh Hall. and they just want to get rid of all this, really, which is a bit of a shame. There's supposed to be some deal with the council. I don't know what's gone on, but you know, so there's another one they got rid of. They said, oh, that's disease. It looks bad now, but at the time, I said, but where's the new planting? You know, the replacements. If I say, oh, that's disease, they just cut down everything. There won't be any trees left. Yeah, there are some saplings and stuff. Now, what have we got here? We've just got a bit more mud here. It's just been washed down. Obviously, just want to descent down. This is like a very slight slope down at this stage here. It's not too bad. Look at the size of that. That's come down. You know, it doesn't look big. Probably on camera, but imagine how that must have been huge. Anyway, onwards we go. We're heading down to Marshall Point 4. We're not far away from it now, which is the bottom of Pig Hill section. It will be. I'll point that out when we get there. Just pick up the pace a little bit, I think. Shame. Plastic bottles. Not great. Probably could do with a few more litter bins around the park. But I bet they don't put them there deliberately so they don't have to empty them. It's a bit stupid. It gives people a job, doesn't it? Ah dear. Okay, so now we are at the 4th Marshall Point here. This is just roughly coming up just a little bit round this corner down there. That is roughly about mile 1 here, which we'll be going up in a bit. That is the notorious Pig Hill, but Marshall Point 4, where it stands just around this tree here, encouraging people down this way and then obviously back up the hill. I would have loved to have run today, but there we go. Don't want to aggravate the injury. Get it back to normal. Now this was another tree that was controversially cut down. It was marked up, but they said there was nothing wrong with it. Again, I don't know, I'm not an expert on disease trees. We probably could do with somebody independent, see whether there's any truth in it all, really. Again, the course isn't too bad shape so far. We've only seen that one low tree, branch, coming back up the tree, which we sorted out. Where else have we got? A few more puddles. Coming up to the bridge. Now this is one, so we've just gone past 1 mile. Okay. So I think my fastest time on the one, I'm not going for an all out really quick mile, but I think I've done about 6:42 on a quick mile, quickest mile. Look at this today, all that out there, look at it all, it's all in bloom. This is the Leeds Liverpool Canal, and we're just green everywhere, aren't we? Look at it, never seen it so green. That's not bad, is it? And the duckies are just loving it, aren't they? You see them down there. They're feeding on all of that. So that's the Leeds Liverpool Canal Bridge. Now you see, obviously, because it's a bridge and it's arched, we obviously get barges coming under here. But on the way back up, it can take a little bit out your legs. It's a little sting there, and then you just speed up as you get to the other side on the way back up. But it's only small little changes, but it doesn't half affect, you know, the lactic acid in the quads and what have you. If you suffer with that, you'll know what I'm on about. Ooh, so again, we're now still descending. Bit more of a steeper descent now. speed again. Nice big tree. Another big tree falling down there. You see the root system. It's created a little pond at the bottom of it. Too small, and no problems. So nothing really at the moment. You can see the slope going back up. Not too bad so far. Now just to get into marker point 5, so short distance between 4 and 5. Now this is the fun bit, because this is where we had the tree down the other week on the return leg from 6 to 5, which was down that way. So now we go off down. This is where Marshall will be here, stood in the middle, directing people this way. I've done this Marshall point myself, and then encouraging the others back up. And you can obviously, your quicker runners will, I don't know, they'll be down here. I mean, the quickest runners probably doing this course typically 17 minutes. Sometimes they're doing it, I think the course record is 15:48, set a few years ago. Yeah, but that guy's never come back. He's just done it as a tourist, I think, and just said, yeah, I'll bag that course record and move on to the next one. Now, so you look at these, all these have been marked with red again. So you got 1 over there, 2, 3, 4. It's you know, these are trees which they don't look anything wrong with these trees. So how do we tell these are deceased? I'd love to know. Anyone knows, let me know. But to me, they look absolutely fine. Still budding, still, you know, leaves are on them. I mean, that one's a bit sparse, that one there, but the others, they're not really sparse. Anyway, carry on with the course check. Back on the muddy trails. It's a shame, you know, to cut them down. I know the smaller saplings might get just stuff, but and we've got a little branch and we just need to shift. Don't want anyone tripping on it, so what we do, we just grab off the nuts and we go. Off we go. It's probably somebody from a dog walker. They've got bored eventually with the dog and just dropped it. You can see things which have come down that have been cut and then pushed back. So it's squelching under the feet. Other big trees over there which have gone down in the past. So you can see the big root systems over there. Some huge trees which have gone down in this place. So now we're onto this again. This little broken path type stuff. It's I don't know how long ago it would have been laid. And I am assuming Victorian time. So I mean, we don't run on grass on this course run, this parkrun. And it's just all these knobbly bits of brick and stuff. Yeah, this is the muddiest section. Yeah, horse manure, so they've been out again. Just bits of rain then just came down, but it's not. Sometimes it swirls up in the canopy, and what we've done down here, you see these trails, so somebody's been down here with a bike or a buggy or something. Could be bike or cyclists. And this is really, really, really boggy and deep. Yeah, my trainers are now officially very muddy. Good job I brought spares with me for the car. Well, hey, ooh, very slippy out on course today. Very, very slippy. These trainers have got a decent grip. Yeah, this is probably the muddiest section, and it has been for a few weeks. I don't know if I can just get rid of some of this mud on my bottom of the trainers here, just to... It's all squelchy underfoot. I don't think I've got any chance to get rid of it. Yep, very wet, very muddy. On our way down to the final Marshall point though. Another one that's been marked up there, look at that. Oh, is that because it's got a little mushroom or something at the bottom? I don't think so. It's just... ugh. It saddens me really. Should get preservation orders on these trees. Go into the darker section now. This is where it does get dark, especially in winter. Spooky. So again, this section, you've got these little pieces of stone and rock like they're just, it's all uneven. You've got to watch your footing, especially in the wet. Foot goes over, you can twist an ankle really, really easily. I've twisted an ankle myself previously. It's not nice. You're a little sprain and bruised and stuff. So you've got to definitely watch your foot. So you've got to have your wits about you. Very dark again. You can see how dark it gets in this section. I do like it though. Atmospheric. I don't know where it is. Now this is, look at it, it's all exactly this bit, this section here, and on the way back up, and this section I like. Look at that section, where all these trees are, little branches are all, it's one big one, and then you've got all these little sections which are, but this in winter is a nightmare. You need a head torch or something to come with you, a full on torch, because trying to navigate your way through. It's nice. Again, picturesque, atmospheric, but we're still descending slightly at this stage, so you can feel it in your legs. You're dropping down. So here we are. Oh, come on, a bit more. Trying to avoid the mud as best I can. End up on my backside, hopefully it'll be alright. Okay. Another little trail going off there. Still heading downhill. Just a bit more descending. Again. Bit more mud. Negotiate. Oh. Trying to find the best spot though. So, that's a mud fest again. Have to clear it off the trainers and then again. Now, see this section here is a little bit of uphill grading here, and you think, oh, we're starting the uphill section, but that is a big mistake. Ow. Yep. So what's that? That's just a prongy branch which is uploaded. That is diseased, but fungus on it, whatever it was. So this starts kind of going up, and you've got bricks here all on the ground, the surface, which is tough. You come through here, you've got these buried in the undergrowth, a big tree which had fallen and it's split in two and pushed to either side with the trail path. You can't see it now, it's all overgrown in summer, but in winter you can see that. But every time I just ran up here, I never noticed it until I did the walking part of the course check. Okay. Can we get rid of that? I don't know. Let's have a look. tricky, isn't it? We have a small wrench. Push it over. Doing the best I can really with this one. There we go. I'm hoping that'll do. It won't fall back. There we go. A root's still on. I managed to get rid of that branch. So I don't know where that's come off. Did it come off this tree or not? There's leaves on it, so it's possible it could have come off. I don't know. Well, RBW to rescue. Weekend runner rescue. Okay. So we're still on. And here, we're coming at the end of our little trail here, and now we are at Marshall Point 6. Marshall Point 6 is stood roughly here, directing the runners. Now there's a little sign up that says turn right, so you've got to turn right, and then there'll be another sign. Oh, and this is part of the B route, this path that links back up to the path we were on earlier. So we've done 1.5 of the loop section. There's a little marker point here which says this way please, into the woods. And we go down this little trail and yep, you've guessed it, through the brambles. Try and squash them down for the runners in a bit. I shouldn't be really, but I'm being nice. There you go, so we're down, we're over that. Again, now we're back onto the broken brick path. I'm going to follow this all the way around here. So we're just descending a little bit here now. We've just done a little bit of an ascent and thought, oh yeah, we're back onto it, we're going uphill, but no, there's still a bit more descending to do. And then, see all of this is just bricks all laid in. So there's a full-on house bricks just laid down into the path, and what's been on top of it is now eroded a bit in the last few months. I think probably related, maybe there was a house in the ground and it would have to go into a house and the house is gone years ago, but I don't know. Only the experts on hail know that. Okay, so there's a little bit of a stream coming off down there. We've got a little bit, this is like a little sort of mini bridge, which isn't really officially a bridge, it's more like a big mound, and then look, yeah, the stream comes out down the bottom there, you can see that on camera. And now we start the ascent. This is where it gets to 260 foot of climb. Come on, there was a tree that's gone down in the past. Move that off to one side. Now this will be the fun bit. Again, all the brickwork here. A few small twigs, branches that have come down. Keep them off to one side. Ooh. Oh my word, that was We're gonna have fun on this one today. Mudfest, absolute mudfest. So now we're on the return leg, 65, and you don't really so much feel it when you're walking it, but when you're running it, it just builds up in the quads. You can feel it. It's like, oh my word. And if it's a hot sunny day, then you just absolutely, you know, it's knackering, absolutely tiring. And this is where it gets a bit narrow. It's a bit of a pinch point, this bit. So it's like, you know, it tends to be single file. So if you've got somebody who's really slow in front of you, you're going to struggle to get past. So then it just fans out a little bit, and that's now the passing point. But this is where you can feel it now. This is where you can even feel it when walking. Actually, you can just feel it's a little bit steeper, a little bit of an incline. I think we've got another marshal here. Morning, Paul. I'm doing my course chef for YouTube. How are you doing? Yeah, don't blame you. It's not too bad. I've just moved a big branch out of the way of on just before Marshall Point 6. Yeah. So this is Paul, everyone. One of the marshals, one of the regulars. I've just been narrating as I've been going round. Watch out! It was covering the course, so I've managed to. I don't know if it's fallen off the tree or not, but I've got it off the route anyway. So. Set off early, did you?
Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for it. I was doing the route as well.
Right. Yeah. I'm not running today though.
You know?
No. The leg's a bit iffy. I did trail run on Wednesday night. Quarry bank style. Yeah. Well, on the Tuesday morning, woke up with a bit of a leg problem, so I don't know what I'd think. It was like almost like very tight quad near the knee or IT band or something. But I did it on Wednesday. Yeah, I did it. Got around it, but yeah, it's tough. The last mile and a half it's tougher than this because there's that many steps and bridges. There's like probably, I don't know. We're talking about 200 or 300 steps in total. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying you don't get that. I don't know. It's not my sort.
It's, well, I mean, it starts off going up a steep hill. That's fine. Then you turn onto a main road, follow it all the way down past Manchester Airport runways. Yeah. You had the fumes coming off the runway hitting you. and then you went into started going into the trail sections. It's all fun and games. But yeah, you had to walk. Like third mile to like the fourth mile because there's that many steps. People were just walking up them slowly. So, and then the tree roots were just absolutely awful. They were everywhere, the tree roots. Like I say. Oh well, 3 people went down apparently. Apparently 3 people went down. Alright. There we go. No. You know, like little sections where you would go across like small things like that all everywhere. It's all like river bowling which runs through. Oh, it's like, yeah, that last mile and a half. It was only 4.5 mile trail, but that last, after the 5k point, it just really got ridiculous. It did.
I think you didn't go out to park. It's a lot of routes like this.
Yeah.
And all the things you enjoy like that.
Whew. I think we're probably alright though. I think we'll get away with it this week. That I said it was going to be very strong winds, but I think we've... No, it was expected today. 50 mile an hour or something, you say? Well, yeah. We were talking about thunderstorms, weren't we? The wife's going to Haigh Woodland Parkrun today. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
turn right, and turn left, up to the bottom. Then up the canal back. Stop. Stop,
I bet. Right, so we're back at Marshall Point 5 now. So that's the end of the loop section. Marked up more trees, haven't they? Marked up more trees down there at the ferry. Yeah. So yeah, so then it's now back up this. This is part of the B route, this little hill. Well, it is, yeah. I was just been explaining that on the on the video. Yeah. Well, this is it. We don't know, do we? What the thinking is. We thought we'd have preservation orders on.
Oh, yeah.
But I know. Blase. I don't know, like say, how you probably identify. It needs somebody independent to come in and say if it is or not. Oh, who's had an orange? That orange wasn't there. Another one. Yeah. People in the orange peels. So you don't feel it as much when you're walking, but when you're running it, you don't have to feel it, don't you? In your quads, it's like it's only subtle sometimes, but and then this one.
The top one.
Right. Yeah, alright. Right. Back to the Leeds Liverpool Canal. So it's very green this morning. Ducks were loving it. And no one put a cone out on here. Right, so now we're just over the bridge. It's a 2 mile point. Forget what that is in new money. Multiplied, what that's at 3.2k. Yeah, it probably isn't it? Yeah, it's 3.2k. Yeah. Right. The rest of this chokes like Pig Hill. You going up Pig Hill or you going the other way? Right. Just slightly. Fun. Alright, just going to do a bit of a speed walk after that finish, yeah? Alright, mate. Okay. That past Marshall Point 4. And now we're going up Pig Hill, which is the toughest part of the course. Got watch your footing again. It's all gravelly, loose. Bit of tarmac, concrete, all broken up because of the rain, the erosion and stuff. It's got a Pig Hill for a reason. Because behind these fences we have pigs occasionally, little wild pigs which are out there and feeding in the growth. So this you can definitely feel this now. This is probably the steepest section of the course. It's yeah, it's a quad killer. Again, it's all grading up until this point. So the surface at this point isn't too bad for running on, but it does break up when we get around the corner of this tree. So get around here, then you sort of have a little bit of a rest on your quads, because this just sort of goes level and with a slight slope down for all of about 10-15 meters, and then now we start going back up again and round the bend, twisting right round. Yep, as you can see, nice little channel where the water screws things out. This is the tough one here. Feel it here, heart's pounding, heavy breathing, and try and use your quad, your glutes and stuff to lift your legs and push up. Trying to find a good line coming up is also fun. Sometimes you just can't do it. You've got people to negotiate, but it's oh, when you get to the end of this section you think, thank God that's over. But keep checking, keep looking. The course is clear so far, so it's not too bad. We only had that couple of issues which we've dealt with. So yeah, so here now, bit of grading here, you feel it in the quads. You gotta keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. It's only a quarter of a mile section, this one. When we get to the top of here, it's 2.25 miles. Yeah, so you're talking about 1,200 meters left to the finish at this point. So this is it now. We've got about 0.8 of a mile left when we get to it. If it was just leveling off now, you think, thank goodness that is all over with. So there it is, we've gone back up the hill. You think, oh, like that. And it's like, okay, marshal point 3 again. Encouraging to say hello or thank you to the marshal. Ooh. There it is. Lost my bearings out for a second. Yeah, okay. Back on the channel. Walking up. Back to the railway line. Yeah, so 1 week I've got to really push it on this. No railway track sign on the tree just to say, yep. Back past the railway line into railway track. What's your thing? Whoop. Made a mess of that. I'm walking rather than. Okay, so this looks a. Ugh. I don't know. That looks like it's got a bit bigger since. Yeah, my foot is now soaking wet. Oh dear. Joy. Yeah, so a mudfest today, but everything looks like it's going to be on. Not seeing anything that to say cancel it. We're in good shape really. See how it's dark. It's getting, seems to have got darker since I set it off, so it probably means it's going to rain heavy as the clouds come over. It's like, whoo. Very humid, very humid. So people come out in jackets and stuff, and then you realise after the round, think, no, it's too warm, I'm overheating. And you just got to lose the jacket, tie it around your waist. Best bet though is just not to bring a jacket sometimes, because it does get really humid in the woodland But it's very overcast. Perfect running conditions. Very muggy. Yeah, right now, try and get through here again without falling over. So, yeah. Coming back up to the road. Obviously, do this in a matter of seconds really between the railway and here. Probably taking a minute at least. Whoop 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 whoop! Nearly went. That was a lucky escape route then, folks, especially with the GoPro. So, as you can tell, if I'm going over walking, imagine what it's like running. Okay, so back to match point 2. On the road. Hopefully it'll be nice to play later on. No issues. No angry motorists. We do get them occasionally. Surprisingly. It's parkrun, it's Saturday morning. What do you expect? So, a couple of puddles, back onto the level section. So this is where you can probably try to attack it, although your energy and your quads will have gone by now. So you're thinking, how much further? So, what's going on really? Like, this course doesn't end, especially the first time I think I got just wiped out by this stage. But at the same time, you get to that finish line, and it's probably the most rewarding thing you've done on a Saturday morning. It's good. It's good. So Paul's not away yet. He'll catch us up. Just trying to get round a bit quicker. Get the heart rate to work out runs. These nice swooping branches which come over like a canopy. We've gone past the lake again on the right hand side. Back up to the other miniature railway line. We have a loop. That's the shed. Bit of an incline here. That's like push. And then up the hill, the final ascent really, this section. It's not as bad as some of the other sections. On hot days you might feel it, you can be dehydrating a little bit. Always good to bring a water bottle on a hot day. But then we're back to the marker point, which is, I say, the bench, this is it now. Push like crazy. Try and get yourself, if you've done alright up to this stage, we're now about 2.7 miles into the course here. So come up with a little incline here. You just keep pushing, push. Then all the way to the back to the activity frames and walking high ropes and stuff like that. So it's a nice big kick. Just keep going. So whoo, yeah. Small little branches which have been deposited. Final tick out the way. All looks good. So we're not done too bad today. We've got away with it. Given there was 50 mile/h winds forecast, we seem to have escaped. So there you go. So I've not done a park run, I've done a park walk today, which is not bad. Especially this one, because it still tests you even walking. Right, this is it now. This is not really that steep, this section. Just gentle gradient. This is where I tend to overtake quite a few people on the way back up, because I'm pushing on. Even on the slowest run, I tend to be going past people that are just taking too much out of their legs. They've got nothing left in their tank. So, you know, this is where I've been known to get past maybe 6, 7, 10 people maybe on just this section coming up here to the finish line. And it's probably the best place to do it. Nobody coming up behind me, just keep checking behind, see if there's any cyclists or anything. Normally get them coming up through here. This is humid, very humid. Great. So back towards Marshall Point 1. Now Marshall Point 1, they'll switch around. Sometimes they'll stay here near the end, but then sometimes they'll just go near the what they're supposed to do is just move back once on the return leg, once everyone's gone past them early on. Squirrels bouncing away on the grass. Yeah, so what Marshall Point 1 will do, Marshall here will move across to where obviously is the section of the path which forks off towards the finish funnel, and they'll obviously direct people the correct way. Because obviously you've got other park users in when obviously 9 o'clock comes in. And if there's a big event on, then you know we've got to tell people be mindful of those users. Walkers, cyclists, people with dogs who take them off the lead. You got to watch that. It can be another hazard for any runner. It nearly happened to me a few months ago. But yeah, so we're nearly there. So past the climbing frame again. High ropes. Risk of falling. Yeah, well. Makes me laugh when I see that sign. Minute you go over there, you pass this course. So this is it now. This is pretty much level. So it's very, very tiny ascent to this point here. Then we're just starting now to go downhill a little bit. So you can really kick on. And this is your second point. You push down and where those benches were, and then you push again here now. Because this is where your sprint finish comes in. If you've got that energy, sprint finish. Pick up the pace, get down to like a 5-minute mile pace sprint finish or something, if you can go that quick. I did the other night. It was downhill, so it was good. Yeah. So this is where the Marshall Point 1 will be situated now. At this section to say, nope, you're going this direction here, and you go off towards the finish line. So you come round here, everyone looks for the quickest route, so you try and take the old Formula 1 line, shortest route straight, touching that corner, and then boom, this is where the finish is, these two spots. So that's it, that's your finish line, that's your Wigan Haigh Woodland 5k. I'm just going to hand over to the RD, just give the news that the course is good to go for today. So hope you've enjoyed the tour, and I'll see you again.